Hello everybody, and welcome back to Temptations Ballad. We're still in the ring, still having a fun time. Cole's having a fun time. Uh, Halfway through the intermission break, Artemi was surprised to see a familiar large crocodile approach their table. Val's massive frame cut through the crowd and cast a looming shadow over them like a mountain at high noon. Despite the fact that Sid stood at a similar height, the crocodile's mere presence seemed to dwarf him in comparison. Artemi stiffened as Val's eyes studied them closely. Maybe help you?
Pardon my intrusion. I have been watching you two.
The large fighter nodded towards each of them respectfully.
You are a strong and capable young man. And you, a sincere and honorable young knight. I don't understand why good folks such as yourselves decided to work with a man like Clody Bonebreaker. Why associate yourselves with a leech that blatantly profits off of others' hard work and spoiled off of his father's success?
Artemi and Sid exchanged perturbed glances. This was rather out of the blue. Does that look loud on the... I'll turn it down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, he's my new boss and all. And I always dreamed of working for Morrow Bonebreaker. Cole's like one step closer to my hero.
Val scoffs.
Then you are better off working for Morrow directly. At least Morrow is a truly strong and honorable man. I can respect that. His son, on the other hand, is a joke. I have no doubt that Clody has already lulled you into a disadvantageous into a disadvantageous contract or unfavorable working conditions.
Well, Sid stuttered for a moment and fell silent. Val turned towards Artemi.
And you? Why has an honorable knight of the church stooped to working with scum like Clody?
Artemi glowered at him. And why do you ask, sir?
Simply out of concern for your well-being, young lady. Wouldn't want good folk like you to be tricked by questionable characters.
Artemi stood up from her seat and glared up at Val solemnly. I believe I am capable of judging one's character on my own. Thank you. Sid glanced anxiously between the two and tugged on her sleeve.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't try to piss off the toughest guy here.
Artemi shrugged him off. For example, I believe you do not care for me, nor my comrades' well-being. You are simply acting out of contempt for Sir Cole. This is a quality I find more untrustworthy than anything he has done thus far. The crocodile's brow furrowed into a deep scowl. The air grew heavy as Artemi and Val glared into each other's eyes with fierce intensity. As Sid shrunk in his seat, watching the two apprehensively. Suddenly, Val broke into a hearty laugh and slapped Artemi playfully on the shoulder.
Ha! That's quite a spine on this one. If you face Clody with that same attitude, I suppose I have nothing to worry about. You, on the other hand...
Val turned towards Sid, who had nearly disappeared under the table during their confrontation.
You had better watch out for yourself. The world is not kind to soft warriors.
He's nice, I like him. With a satisfied smile, the large crocodile turned around and retreated from the table. Artemi and Sid watched him leave with uncertain looks. What a strange man.
Was that a test of some sort? I'm getting real mixed messages from that guy. He seems to have real beef with the boss. I wonder what Cole did to piss him off so much.
That is a tale we can ask of Sir Cole once he returns with the crown. Artemi took a deep breath and sank back into her seat. I almost lost my cool there for a moment. I must, what is it? I must train harder to control my temper. When that man spoke so crudely of Sir Cole, I felt my blood boil.
You think there's any merit to what Val was saying about Cole?
I do not know their history, but Sir Cole has been very kind to me during our brief acquaintance. I will see to it that no one dishonors his reputation. Artemia glances at Sid doubtfully. Do you believe there is truth to Val's words?
Well, it's true that boss got a little heated when talking about the terms of employment. But that's probably because he wanted to make sure I didn't spoil the beans about his magic casting to his dad. And he didn't act very heroically when that street urchin kid jumped into our wagon asking for help. But that's probably because he realized that kid stole stuff. I don't know. This is all too deep for a guy like me. In either case, Cole's been good to me. He took a chance and formed an adventuring party with me when no one else would. I trust him.
Artemi nodded in agreement. I share the same sentiment. Let us put Val's doubtful words behind us and focus on today's mission, lest we become distracted.
Oh, speaking of which, boss has been gone for a long time. I wonder what's taking so long.
Do you think he ran into trouble during his search?
Maybe. He told us not to worry about it, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to check. You stay here. Watch over our stuff. I'll go find him.
Very well. Do give me a shout if you run into danger, Sir Sid.
Will do!
Meanwhile, in Clyde's office, the air was thick with the scent of sweat and sex. Okay. The large tiger let out a hearty laugh as he lounged on the couch with Cole resting on his lap.
This is why you're my favorite visitor around here. I'm glad we stayed friends after our little fling didn't work out.
Cole rolled his eyes as he nuzzled under Clyde's chin.
This again. It wasn't that serious to begin with. True, but I miss that talk to... Wait, I just miss talking to you about things without worry.
Clyde chuckled and ran his hand gently through Cole's hair.
You're horrible for my health, but boy are you fun.
Cole felt a slight sliver of guilt slither through his chest as he looked up at his friend. Yeah, I sure am. He sat up from his snuggling and pinched Clyde's cheek in a seemingly playful manner. Sorry about this.
Huh?
Cole pressed his finger against either side of his friend's temple, and the sparkling static of magic flew through them. Charm person! Arcane static crackled from Cole's fingertips, and Clyde's eyes rolled into the back of his head. The large tiger slumped around the couch limply with a groan.
Why do I feel so woozy?
Clyde's voice was slurred and sluggish, as though fully intoxicated. The sliver of guilt grew in Cole's chest, but he swallowed it down. Don't worry, this is all just a dream. You'll forget this ever happened soon enough. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? Anything you want to know, anything you want, my little coleslaw. I miss you so much. Why did you leave me? Cole groaned and buried his face in his hands. This was a little more difficult than he expected. He took a deep breath and steadied himself. Come on, focus! He's got a job to do. You got your hands on a black crown earlier today, didn't you? Where is it? Clyde giggled. Right over here, Coleslaw. I didn't know you liked this kind of fancy shit. Clyde stumbled off the couch and drunkenly made his way towards the corner of his office. He ran his hands over the brick wall and pressed against an oddly shaped stone. Suddenly, the wall rumbled as several bricks slid away to reveal a hidden vault. Clyde fumbled with the lock on the vault, and it opened to reveal a large obsidian crown inside. Here you go. Clyde yelped as the crown was Cole yelped as the crown was tossed carelessly at him. Well, I got what I came for. That was easier than I thought. Huh? Cole stared at the obsidian crown in his hands. There were large empty sockets where jewels were previously present. Hey, the Night Lady said that this thing had, 4 big rubies on it. Where did they go? Clyde let out another loopy laugh as he sauntered onto the couch. We took them and sold them separately. It's a lot more profitable that way. Aw, fuck, really? Where are the rubies now? One of them was snatched up by a buyer right off the bat. I didn't ask who the buyer actually is, though. They sent a middleman to to make the purchase for a pretty penny. I made several, months worth of profit off this one deal. This isn't good. Weirdest thing, the biggest gem out of the 4 disappeared right under our noses. We'd spent hours looking for it, but it's nowhere to be found. It's like the darn thing grew legs and snuck away. Val's real pissed. The gem was the biggest one. We could have made so much gold off of it. What about the last 2 gems? Don't tell me you lost those too. Ah, nah. Val's holding on to the last 2 for safekeeping. Said he didn't trust me to hold on to them. That fucker. Cole took a deep breath and closed his eyes to ponder the situation. This complicates things. It's going to be harder to pry the crown off of Val. Cole's charm person spell was too weak to work on someone who's so suspicious of him. Val's got a bit of a gambling problem though, so maybe. Clyde's suddenly let out a groan and rubbed his temple. Ugh, my head hurts. Why is the world spinning so much? Oh, hold on, I gotcha. Cole rushes to the tiger's side and gently helps him to a more comfortable position on the couch. Oh, is he naked? Okay. Okay. He brushes his hand against Clyde's cheek softly. Thank you for your help, big guy. Why don't you take a little nap? Clyde instantly yawned. His eyes fluttered with drowsiness as he stared up at Cole, unfocused. I'm glad I could help. I love you, my little coleslaw. The tiger yawned again, before slowly drifting off to sleep. Cole felt hollow. He brushes Clyde's forehead gently and leans down to plant a soft kiss on his cheek. It's better that you left me. You deserve someone a little more honest anyway. Thumping footsteps in the hallway suddenly snapped Cole out of his thoughts. A soft voice called out behind the door. Is that you?
Is this that Clyde dude's office? Hello, boss? You in there?
The door swung open before Cole could even respond.
You are here! I thought...
Sid's eyes, almost... bulge out of his head as he caught sight of a very naked Cole on top of an equally nude, snoozing Clyde. His gaze shifted repeatedly from their exposed bodies to the dripping tail of wetness wetness that was still leaking between Cole's legs. The red hue slowly enveloped the badger's face as his jaw hung out in shock. Cole groaned as Sid stood frozen in the doorway for several long moments. Are you gonna keep staring? Either join in or get out of here.
Huh? Of course not! I'm not gay. Sorry for the interrupting.
Sid immediately leapt for the door and slammed it shut behind him. Wow. Artemi glanced up from their table to see Sid barreling towards her in utter panic. Sir Sid, your face is so red. Are you feeling unwell?
I'm fine. Everything is absolutely fine.
Are you certain? You look so red. You look as red as a tomato.
What's
all this racket about? The two of them looked up to see Cole squeezing through the crowd while adjusting his loincloth. Oh, Sir Cole. It is good to see you return safely. It appears there's something wrong with Sir Sid.
I'm perfectly okay.
Despite his insistence, Sid's face was indeed flushed red. His eyes darted with sideways glances towards Cole, especially towards the faint trail of white still leaking between his legs. Jesus Christ, Cole, clean yourself up just a little bit. Cole gave the badger a sly grin and a wink. See something you like?
What? No! Why would I be interested in that kind of stuff? I'm not gay.
Artemi frowned in confusion. Why are you unhappy, Sir Sid? Did something upsetting happen? At this point, Sid's mind appeared to shut down entirely as he gaped blankly.
Everyone stop paying attention to me. But boss, did you find what you were looking for?
Cole tried to stifle a laugh at the badger's breakdown. Kinda. He pulled out a small canvas bag from his belt.
Oh my god.
It's fine. All right, Nighty. I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that I found your weird crown. He glanced around to make sure no one was looking before pulling open the bag. Hidden inside was the large obsidian crown he grabbed from Clyde. My, you found it! Excellent job, Sir Cole. I can't thank you enough. Can we talk about something? This thing looks evil, right? What's the prince of the royal family doing with something like this? Artemi frowned, confused. I cannot judge, as I am unfamiliar with the fashion trends of the masses.
Maybe the prince is going through an emo phase. I don't know. Both his parents just died and all. This might be his way of coping.
Cole squinted at the crown suspiciously. I guess so. It's still a bad look for a future king to be wary of big black evil crown, though. Wait, to wear a big black evil crown, though. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time taking fashion advice from a guy who's barely wearing any clothes at all. No offense, boss.
Cole clutched his chest and looked deeply hurt. sure. It's comfy. All of the guys back in the Bonebreaker Company dress like this. I'm sure they do.
All of them? Wait, if I'm working for you guys, does that mean I have to dress like this too?
If you want to, I'm sure you'd look great in a loincloth. Sid splattered incoherently for a full minute before sinking under the table to hide his reddening face. Artemi, obviously, oblivious, got there, to this entire exchange, peered into the bag with a frown. Wait a moment, where are the rubies on the crown? Oh, that's the bad news I was talking about. Sid said Clyde said they removed them to sell separately. They lost the biggest ruby, and an anonymous buyer snagged another one. Luckily, Val's holding on to the last two. What? But that's half the jewels. You mean you mean to tell me two of the rubies are long gone? And how will I explain this to the Knights, Commander? Hey now, pull yourself together. There's no use stressing out about something outside your control. Let's just focus on what we can do for now. In this case, getting our hands on those last two gems with Val. Artemia took a deep breath in an attempt to steady herself. Yes, you're right. However, this Val character has been acting rather hostile towards you, Sir Cole. Convincing him to depart with these rubies will not be a simple task. You're right about that. Val does have a big gambling problem, though, and he's got a pretty big ego in the fighting ring. We might be able to use this to our advantage. Cole tapped his chin thoughtfully. I think I might have a plan. It's kind of half-baked, but it'll have to do. Whatever the case, I trust in your judgment, Sir Cole. Alrighty. You ready for another round of fighting, Sid? Sid? Where'd he go? The large badger had crawled underneath their table, with his head resting on his knees, muttering frantically to himself.
I'm not gay. I'm into ladies. What would Mom say if she found out? Oh. On second thought, she'd probably be fine with it, but still. He's kind of a cute guy. I'm definitely not into him, though. He's just he's got a round and fluffy face. Why does my face feel so hot? What in the world has gotten into me?
Cole gently knocked on the top of the table. Yo, you done hyperventilating there, buddy. I know the view down there is nice, but we've got a job to do.
Oh.
Sid glances up from his position underneath their table to see that Cole had spread his legs and was gyrating his hips teasingly in his face. His loincloth left a little to the imagination. Sid felt his heart thump rapidly in his chest as his mind wandered into dangerous unknown territory.
What? I swear I'm not peeping!
The badger stood up so quickly that his head bashed into the underside of their table and knocked the entire thing over. Artemia stared at him with confused curiosity, while Cole frantically grabbed for his tankard of mead before it spilled everywhere. Sid felt his blood pressure rising as the people around them stared at him. Sir Sid, you have been acting very strange. Are you feeling well? I'm happy to supply you with some healing spells.
I'm fine. Just thinking about stuff and things.
Cole gulped down his tankard of ale and slammed his drink onto a lopsided table with a satisfying sigh. Come on, that's enough sputtering out of you, big guy. You can go through your identity crisis later. We've got a fight to finish. Okay. I'll end the part here. So I'll see you around, everyone.